So we're going to continue this week loading some brush, and I thought I would show you some details that really didn't get to show you last week. This truck's got a Fuller Road Ranger, which is really neat because it's fun to shift and you do it without the clutch. That, see how smooth that is? No clutch. Now I know some of you are better at this than I am, like Richard in upstate New York. Here's the shift to high range. Up on this, look at that, smooth, smooth, no clutch, and really smooth. So we are pulling into the halfway yard, and we're gonna get her done today. We got a little bit of a break in the rain. It's supposed to rain all afternoon, but I think we caught an open period where we're going to catch some good weather and get some branches loaded up here. So stand by and we will get started. Well, we are back on the ETR today, and man, it's raining like crazy, but there's a break in the weather, so we're going to try and get a couple more loads out of here. And when I say we, look who I've got with me. Ha! He's back. So we are going to get on the rail, go down a little ways to the brush pile and load a bunch up. So son, let's do it in this order. Let's put it on the rail. I'll have you do that and I'll narrate, because last time I was by myself and I didn't do a very good job of explaining how it goes on the rail. Once it's on the rail, we're going to stop and have brunch. So I know you guys are from different time zones, but does that say White Castle on the, look at that. Supply chain shortage. They don't even have White Castle bags anymore. But we do have White Castle coffee, White Castle breakfast that we're going to eat for lunch. So no matter what time zone you're in, you're going to feel like you're here with us on the ETR. Now we're trying to up our game here. So today I'm going to be wearing this, which takes the place of a vest.
This is mine, actually.
That's yours? What am I going to wear? Oh, so we got a whole bunch of safety gear. Compliments of the safety committee. So thank you to you guys. Really appreciate it. The person did it kind of anonymously and didn't want to be mentioned, but you know who you are and you know how much we appreciate it. How'd you pick this vest for me?
Read the package.
The package. The package says, Jumbo. Son, I'm trying to do my best.
It's not working.
Okay, let's put this thing on the rail. Now you're going to hear my voice. I'll be talking to Graham on the telephone. We found that's the best way to give instructions. Instead of yelling and throwing your hard hat like on Gold Rush, we just call the other person on the phone and gently tell them a little bit more. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, that's it. So much better. So if I get set up here, it'll be Graham in the truck backing on. Then it's brunch time. Then it's load the brush time here on the ETR. Okay, so Graham is backing up on, and so start cutting it, Graham. I'm going to go back and see where he's at. Like I told you last week, you make sure that you have the rear wheels on. You put the rear high rail on first. And he's quite a bit this way, so we're going to have to communicate. So what we're doing here, we're maneuvering around to get the high rail gear on in the back. You've got to do the back first. You want to be about that much that way. Okay, I think we got it right there. So what we're going to do now, he's going to put it in PTO. Oh, I can hear it. It's ready. We're going to put this high rail gear down and see how Junior did. Today we do have the ETR safety cone. Okay, we're gonna put it all the way down and put the pins in. Well, that was so much easier than last week. When I was here alone, that was actually quite difficult. So now I'm going to have him bring the front around. This one's actually quite easy. Once the rear's on, it's easy to put the front on. So you can see what he's got to do. He's going to be taking the front end that way. Okay, whole inches. Okay, I think that's going to hit it right there. Now these pin in, so what I've got to do is reach up in here. Do not move the truck, I'm underneath, and pull out this pin. So with that pin removed, now I can lower these. Now it's interesting, on the front, it goes over center. So we're going to raise until the high rail gear goes underneath. Just turn the wheel. Yeah, there we go. Okay, hold. Okay, I'm going to put the pins in the rear and we'll be ready. These are the safety pins that keep the high rail gear from drifting. Just that simple. Let's get the other side. Then we're ready to load some brush. No, we're ready to eat some brunch. Love me some brunch. Just like that. I'm going to bring him back just a little bit so that we know we're on and everything's ready. Then it's White Castle time. Okay, so I'm having the breakfast sandwich. Graham, what'd you get?
Jalapeno sliders.
Ooh, jalapeno sliders. Breakfast of champions. Breakfast of champion brush loaders. And I've got the breakfast sandwich, which I like because it comes in this wax paper bag. Seemed like something your mom used to pack for you. And there's the tater tots. We're all set. We'll be back in a minute. Well, the ETR enters a new era of getting more and more compliant with safety issues, and I do thank you guys that have and share a concern for that. So this is a very, very nice vest that was supplied to us. What a nice gift, along with gloves and some other things. Quite generous. So I'm going to have this on, and hopefully from here on out. Boy, when it gets hot this summer, and that's funny, this thing is a jumbo. I guess I haven't got it opened up as big as it could get. Either that or I am a jumbo. Woo-hoo. White Castles. Well, this is another one of those proud of your kid moments. Look at him up in there drinking coffee like a real man. I had him drinking coffee when he was 4 and 5 years old. I think Mrs. ETR would say, "What in the world are you doing? Teaching him how to be a railroading man." Okay, I think that's probably pretty good. I'm going to move up the camera and we'll see him at work. Hear him raising the RPM, just like I taught him. Tell you what, I'll just leave you observing and we'll walk up the rails together. What's this switch here that we're walking up to? Canada number 1. I didn't wait long enough for you to say, sorry. Canada number 1. Boy, there's some work that needs done on that switch stand. Hopefully we're going to have the tie remover inserter ready to go soon. That looks neat, doesn't it? That's a neat shot with the front end off the ground like that. Okay, I'm going to have to get up in there and set up the plywood. So I think the video will be stopped for a little bit while I get up in there and fix that plywood. Okay, so we are back to video, and we just had a little safety briefing on these power lines. We're both aware of them and going to be super careful. Hopefully he's not knocking the plywood over. Oh yeah, you gotta love that crunch. Ladder moved a little bit. In a way, we're kind of doing the mulch yard a favor by crunching it like that, because it helps them break it up. They load it with a front end loader, I think. After the next one, close the grapple and crunch down on it. Break them up, get them compacted. What are you gonna do with that? Put it up to the side? Okay. If we had both those jaws in there, that'd do it. Be interesting to see if that'll break it like that. Yeah. Well, or have a bunch of other stuff with it. It's all right with me if it rests up on that bar across the top of the cab. Yeah, yeah. Takes longer to load than it does to unload, for sure. This is my style of supervising. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that move. Keep away from the wires. Going for more. Bring it to you some. Yeah. Now up. There you go. Good. You know, that might be better compacting than trying to smash them, is just to grab them and compact them that way. I think that's what he's thinking. Yeah. Yeah, you can hear it shearing them. It sounds like me at about 2 in the morning with my hand in a bag of chips. Potato crisps for you across the water. You see him just rotate the grapple? That's because you can twist those hoses if you're not careful. You got to kind of keep an eye on where the grapple's rotated. Yeah, and it's got a tie in it. They didn't complain last time. I think we took them a tie. You know what? Leave the tie in it. If you get it next time. Yeah, just leave it in. We'll tell them we'll pull it out when we get there, or we'll come get it if they don't want it. Kind of like it that he goes for the second big bite. I'm a productivity guy. While you're going up in the air and moving over, you really should carry as much as you can. While he's loading there, I'm going to walk down the tracks just a little ways and look at the spot where we had replaced some ties manually. Now when we get going again on tie replacement, it's going to be with the section gang tie remover, and you'll see us rebuilding that soon, and that's going to revolutionize the way that we do this. So the rail's still displaced. If you didn't see that video, you might want to go back and watch it, where we used quite a bit of manual labor to replace these ties. So we put in 5 right through here, learning some lessons. Of course, we will put in fresh ballast and tamp around these. Got some input from you guys on putting these in with the spike holes down. The old spike hole down is viewed as bad practice because it wicks water up through. So we're either going to have to redo that or keep an eye on those and see if it happens. But that's exactly what you're seeing there. That tie is a relay tie that's flipped over with spike holes down. And I've heard of it being done both ways. Put your comments down below. This is quite a bit different than it's done on the Cumberland Mine Railroad. And I hope we get to meet him at the National Pike Steam Tractor Crane Shovel Engine Show on May 22nd and 23rd. I shot him a message saying that I would be there. Many others are as well. I'd love to meet him. I'd love to have some of the equipment he's able to use too. So Graham's on up ahead, making it happen. There's that crunch that we all like. I liked his technique. He was smashing them up when he put them in the truck so they took up less room, and I actually think that worked out really well. This is going to be a good load. And I don't know what to think about weather. We may get more than this one without the rain, or we may have to rethink our plan. Remember, this is that pile that we guessed. We were trying to guess how many loads. That right there is where the big load was I took the other day. He's pulling quite a bit out of the middle of it. Almost worked. We still have to gather these piles up that are along here. I gathered those up by hand, but I put them in piles that we could grab with the grapple. You're doing great, son. You're getting quite a bit of it up. It's going to be a good load. how far we are away from the wires. It looks like we're closer than we are. Are there snakes back in here? Yes, probably so. But in Ohio, this part of Ohio, there's not a lot to worry about. Further south and east of here, I have heard of water moccasins and copperhead. But here you mostly get a gardener snake and or just kind of a common black snake that eats field mice, not ETR railroaders. Oh, I love that crunch. Hey, by the way, right over here where I'm walking, see the rail over there? We've talked about putting more rail in here for car storage. Long shot, pipe dream? Yeah, I think so. The cost of putting rail in, I don't know if you can offset it with storage, but that's what we were talking about. He has decimated this pile. Think that's about it? That looks like a pretty good load. Yeah, you took a huge bite out of that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, your call. You can see it from up there. I can't. Okay. gotta say, he is trying to get our money's worth. Okay, listen for the crunch. Hey, I'm gonna start calling you Crafton Crunch. I'm gonna call you Crafton Crunch. That looks like a load to me. Well, Crafton Crunch up there has got a full load. I think he got more on than I did, and with very little hanging over the sides. So we're going to lift the outriggers, head down to the halfway yard, take the truck off, take this to somebody that's going to make mulch and make money. Outriggers up. Nice. White Castle, hard work, and the ETR. What do you think? I was explaining to ETR Nation, I think you got it loaded more heavily than I did. But what do you think's left? They're guessing as well. I would say 2 loads.
No.
What do you think?
4 to 5.
45?
4 to 5.
Oh, yeah. I don't think so. Not 45 or 4 to 5. But all up and down through here, we've got some more. So this is the 3rd load. This is the one we've already paid them for. I might buy 3 more, and then there's supposed to be heavy rain coming this afternoon, but good job. Nice. Yeah. I like it. I wondered how we solved this. Oh, you chipper fans, can you imagine pulling this out and trying to chip it? What a mess. How much labor would that be? The 45 bucks a load, I think, is money well spent. Okay, let's do this. Let's get it out of here. Okay, that's good right there. Okay, we're going to do this in the reverse order. We have to put this back to high rail gear. We're going to do the back first, then the front. Pin it. We always pin the front so it doesn't fall while you're driving. I don't think that would happen, but it would definitely keep you from being able to steer. I don't think he's got as much hanging over the top as I did, but I think he's got more in there. The style of crushing it each time you put it in there worked out pretty good. A little bit of cleanup on the edges, and we're out of here.
Can you idle me up? Apologies, the video turned off and I dropped it, so can't grab the plywood. It's like one of those claw arcade games, except with satisfying crunches. Grab that quite where I wanted to, but looks like it worked out. Gotta go up. Moving drop. Get that big chunky log.